Hey everyone, Mark Saltzman here. Today we're looking at the Motorola Atrix, or in the US, the Atrix 4G. This is a fast, powerful, and versatile smartphone that really makes it more of a unique choice when it comes to accessorizing the device, which I'll get to in a moment. But first, this is the Motorola Atrix. It is a 4-inch Android-powered smartphone, all touch, as you can see, has a nice, what the company calls a QHD display, so a high-resolution screen that looks good inside and out. But let's cover a couple of the unique or differentiating features of this smartphone when it comes to the device itself, as well as what you can do with it, some of the very cool accessories that were built to work with this. So first things first, let's turn it off on that little power button in the top middle there. And when you want to turn it back on, you'll notice here that it is the first smartphone with a built-in fingerprint scanner. So check this out. I just swipe my finger and there you go. It takes me to my home screen. And this is a first for smartphones. It's a hardware-based biometrics technology that lets you use your fingertip in order to identify you and only you. You can use it in conjunction with a PIN number as well. So if you're carrying around, ultra-sensitive corporate data, you may be interested in that enhanced security feature. Otherwise, they look pretty much the same as other Android devices from a user interface perspective. You've got the different windows open, and you've got one-touch access to your Google services. This is Moto Blur, so it aggregates and consolidates all your social networks into one, so you're getting pushed feeds from Facebook and Twitter and other social media services. So this is we touched on the QHD display, the fingerprint recognition. Now let's talk about its performance in the speed department. This is, according to Motorola, the first dual-core processor. So this is the first time that we've seen a dual-core smartphone in the marketplace, each running at 1 gigahertz each, so that gives you a lot of speedy performance, plus 1 gigabyte of RAM. So it's great for multitasking. You've got a few different windows and apps open at the same time. You will see an improvement in performance. However, and interestingly, when I put it side by side against the new Google Nexus S smartphone, and I launched a game at the same time, I have Angry Birds, of course, free download from the Android market. It ran faster on the device, so on the Atrix for sure. It did load and run the game smoother. But interestingly, on the website, when I launched the same website, CNN.com, at the same time, boom, on the two smartphones on the same network at the same time. That's on Bell Mobility in Canada, by the way. It was slower to load on the Motorola Atrix, which is kind of surprising because Bell Mobility says this is a 14.4 megabit per second download device, but for some reason the Nexus S was faster. All right, so let's now go to what I think is the more interesting story here, and that is what you can do with the Motorola Atrix with a few optional accessories. This one here, I'm just going to angle down my web camera. This is called the LapDock. So as the name suggests, it is a laptop dock. And so it looks like a laptop. It's a 2.4 pound, very lightweight, faux laptop, if you will, with a little docking station in the back here. When you snap in the Atrix, you just line up the two, one's a USB, one's, I believe, HDMI ports. When you lock it in, it opens up. There we go. Hard to do it backwards when I'm trying to show you on the web camera. When you dock it in, it opens up the browser here, the interface, so called web-top applications, and now you're seeing what we would see on the smartphone. So now you're able to use the information on the smartphone and access it as if you were touching it with your fingertips. But now you've got an 11.6-inch screen, a near full-size QWERTY keyboard, and a trackpad. Or you can add a mouse if you want. It does have USB ports. At the bottom of the screen here are those web-top applications. So for example, again, I'm trying to do this upside down here. Let's go to Firefox, and here is the website Sync, and it is a full version of Firefox. It's interesting that they're not using Chrome as it's a Google phone, but this is a full version of Firefox. Or you can go and you can access Facebook. There's let's see here, the web-top zone, and then there's this entertainment center that I like. So if you've got all this media on your smartphone, and chances are you'll be carrying around videos and music and audiobooks, you're able to access content on the smartphone again, using a mouse and a keyboard instead of your fingertips. So when you need to do typing, when you're on a business trip and you don't want to lug around a separate 6-pound laptop in addition to a smartphone, you can now use, and this is what it looks like docked in the back, by the way, you can now use this laptop dock and write in documents, work on sales reports, homework, whatever you need on something much smaller and lighter. So very cool idea. Really like that laptop. Now the second accessory is called the HD Multimedia dock. So this is what it looks like here, and you get a little wireless remote. And as the name suggests, you can connect this to an HD TV or other high-definition source, like say a projector, and use the smartphone in that respect. So you just dock it again. Okay, that one went a little bit smoother. And on the back here, you've got a macro HDMI out here on this side, and then a bunch of USB ports to connect a wired keyboard or a mouse or speakers. And then again, you're using this on a big screen TV. So instead of seeing, using this on a 4-inch screen, you now have maybe perhaps a 50 or 60-inch screen to watch your videos, work on documents or what have you. You get to a hotel room, you want a big screen experience, so now you can connect this on the back with the 3 available USB ports. There's an audio output jack, and of course HDMI, which handles audio and video if you prefer. And again, the little wireless remote to launch those web top applications and all that. So very cool stuff. I really do like this smartphone. It didn't sort of give me the full promise of blazing speeds as you would believe of it being a dual-core processor and 1 gig of RAM and a really, an HSPA Plus device. It, fell short in a couple of areas compared to the Nexus S. But overall, a really great all-around smartphone, Android phone, with the really what the story here is all the accessories that you can get with it to minimize how much you're carrying around and less time swapping data between devices as well. So for pricing, it's $170 for the phone on a 3-year Bell Mobility plan in Canada. The laptop dock or LapDock is $329. I think that's steep for what it is. It's not a full laptop. You can get a netbook for under that price, but $329. There's bundles, by the way, with a reduced price as well. And then the HD Multimedia dock is $129.95. So a few different options there to choose from. You can go to Motorola.ca in Canada to learn more about it, Motorola.com in the US. And I'm Mark Saltzman. Thanks for watching. Cheers.